How are you?
I'm good. Look at Margot chewing away, chewing around town.
I know.
I'm tired.
We record during the day, we don't have to unplug your fountain.
Mm-hmm.
She probably really prefers this schedule.
Yeah. As do I, honestly.
Yeah. Recording at night, it's like there's no room for anything else.
It's it. That's it.
Like that takes it all out of me. I told you when other podcasters, when I listen to their podcasts, when they're like, oh, recorded 2 episodes today, I'm exhausted. I'm always like, oh, life is so hard. But then you do 2 episodes and you're kind of like,
I'm exhausted.
That really took it out
Life
of
is
me.
so hard.
Life is so hard.
It is really hard. All right, should we do the intro?
Sure.
Whoa, that was so different of me.
I know you never suggest
I've
it.
never said that before.
I'm Hanna Jerlander.
And I'm Nora Freed.
And you're listening to New Yorker of the Week.
Oh, whoa.
Here we are. Maybe that's some like part of you know how I wanted in the intro there to be like horns, like beep beep, or
beep,
like
beep.
I'm walking here.
Welcome to New Yorker of
in
the
like
Week.
the back of it, you know, like
yeah.
the sounds of the city.
Yeah,
that's kind of what that sounded
that's
like.
what that was.
Yeah,
and Margot's little chews.
We should do a cat ASMR.
Yeah, I love listening to her drink from her fountain. It's so calming.
Because it's so cute. There's such little sips.
Yeah. New York moment of the week. Do you have one?
Honestly, let me think. It's hard because, you know, for transparency, we've recorded like pretty close to each other.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like this, I'm pulling from like the same week. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What else do we have here? Do you have yours?
Yeah.
Oh, then share yours.
Last night.
Well, yeah, you had a very special night last night.
Here she goes. She's drinking from the fountain. Last night I went to a Love Island themed singles event hosted by a group called Chaotic Singles.
Maybe we should have them on.
No, like literally. And actually that's a really good idea. I'll reach out to them. Great event in terms of like the production.
Mm-hmm. Was it like speed dating match? Like were you paired up? Were there questions for you to answer? Were there like games to play? Or was it just the singles are all in the room?
The singles are all in the room. You can put a sticker on that says if you're bi or gay.
Okay.
And then
no sticker if you're straight.
No. You just kind of
classic.
Do what you need to do. And it was like a big group. It was like 150 people RSVP'd. I don't think there are 150 people there, but it seemed like it was packed.
Now, what was the like women to men ratio?
It was pretty split. Like,
wow,
yeah,
a successful event.
Yeah. And very diverse too. All different types of people, bodies, sizes, heights,
Love Island's for everyone.
Yeah. And no one actually had watched Love Island, which I was kind of starting to realize.
Wait,
I was going around being like crazy, like we're really down to the last couple couples or whatever. And everyone was like, I don't watch the show. I'm just like here for the event. And I was like, oh my God.
I would never go to like a Love Island event and not watch Love Island. Like just go for the event.
I think this company puts on so many things that the guys are kind of just like, okay, whatever.
I just want to meet a woman.
Girls seem to like this, whatever.
Yeah.
And do you hear that little crinkling in the background of the like? Or it doesn't matter.
What's it sound like?
Just.
Yeah, but I feel like we always have that.
Okay.
Or is that the AC?
No, I think it's just a little more than usual, but whatever. I won't touch anything.
You can turn it down. Technically, we don't need to. We know the mics work. Like we don't need to hear ourselves.
That's better. That sounds better. Do you think so?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, it was good. It was definitely the guys were a little more with it than before, but my New York moment of the week was standing. And in terms of like a game or whatever, they had bingo. They had a bingo card, and you would go around and ask people questions, and like you could mark it off, and if you won, you got like something. I don't remember, but I got rid of my card immediately because I didn't really want to play the game. But other people did. And there were also Love Island themed drinks.
I loved the one you sent me, that Ace's annoying Aperol spritz.
Yeah.
Because that's how I feel.
Yeah. And the only thing that sucks is like, I have not drinking. I'm like, okay, I'm just always pounding Diet Cokes at these things. Mm-hmm. But it was whatever. Anyways, this one guy comes up to me at one point. I'm just kind of taking a break because it's a lot. It's just like a lot of energy. It's a lot of moving around. It's like, feels like a networking event. And there's just weird lingering of like, should I date you energy going on? So that kind of adds this layer of pressure. And there's one guy comes up to me and he's like, hey, my name's Aaron. And I'm like, hey, what's up? And then we start talking. He's like, so yeah, I work at Costco and, you know, you can get a membership for pretty cheap, on Groupon. And I was like, okay. And then he's like, I'm like, how cheap is it? And he's like, you know, it's like $40 and we really have everything there.
They do. And he has a point.
And I was like, okay.
Is he like working this event?
Yeah, and then he's kind of telling me about Costco and all the different things they have. Mm-hmm. And I've been to Costco. It's been a minute though. And I'm just kind of like standing there. We're talking about Costco. He's telling me about all the different things that they sell.
No one's talking about Love Island.
And and it's just like, is this my life? Like, is this what we're doing? This is where
we're talking to Aaron about Costco.
Yeah. It's like, this is where all the stars, they all lined up and gave me this.
I mean, $40 for a membership. Like, I didn't know they sold memberships on Groupon. That's a pretty good deal.
He told me if I ever want to come by, he works at the one in Astoria. He can't get me a membership. He's like, that's on you. You got to deal with that.
Yeah, and you can't get in without one.
Yes. I was like, so what's going to happen once I get it? And he's like, well, I'm an amazing salesperson.
Okay, and Laura, just like, he sounds a lot like you.
Hanna, if you saw this guy.
You're always saying that you can't turn off your sales side. And it's like, it sounds like Aaron can't either.
He's like, I'm always pushing myself too. And he just, cause sometimes men, I think they really lose themselves in these environments and they just kind of tell you about their lives and they can keep going. And I'm like, oh, really? Like, he's like, yeah, I really push myself to try new things. Like, yeah, I work at Costco, but like, you know, for me, like, I'm the kind of guy that like, go out and it's like, we're not just like going out for dinner, like we're gonna go bowling after.
Ooh, okay.
And he's like, and guess what, I'm pretty good.
I think I like Aaron.
I knew you were
because
you love the random underdog.
I do love a random underdog. I love when people know who they are.
Yeah,
I love when people know who they are.
He's like, I brought my nephew to show it. He's
what?
like, I brought my nephew to bowl with me, and he had no idea.
I thought you meant to the event.
No, there was one guy there who brought his friend who was visiting from San Francisco. And I was like, this is what you're doing with your friend who's visiting? And he's like, what? It's a great way to meet people.
I guess
and
it kind of is.
Like,
I'm trying to think. I feel like I really hate when people come visit and have expectations. So I guess I could see myself bringing someone to that event, being like, maybe they can meet someone who wants to hang out with them there.
Yeah, there was one like objectively hot guy, and all the girls were like, "Have you talked to the hot guy yet?"
It was like, he's the star of the show,
and he was standing by the bar.
I would have been like, "Have you talked to Aaron yet?"
Yeah,
have you talked to Aaron about the discount you can get at Costco and how he might go bowling after this?
The hot guy was standing at the bar and he's talking to this girl who just like fully has her tits out the whole time. They're
a match made in heaven.
Yeah. And I'm just looking at Katie and I'm like, that's my friend that I went with. And I was like, I guess this is life, you know, like I'm going to talk to Erin about the Costco membership and she gets to be with the hot one. And then in the end, like we're all just going to go home.
They're the bombshells.
Yeah.
They're the bombshells in the villa. It's like when, what's her name? Andrina showed up. And it was like, well, every girl lost their man when she arrived. And when the girl with the big tits is sitting at the bar, like, say goodbye to your man.
It's so strange to me because having had a breast reduction, I was like, wait, should I have not done that? Because it seems like that was...
Well, it sounds like they were really uncomfortable for you.
Yeah, they were really uncomfortable, but it just seems like all of a sudden it's like oh, whoa, I guess I'm not in that group anymore, you know?
Yeah, you kind of
It's
like want to
weird.
go over and be like, just so you know,
Yeah.
a couple months ago, that would have been me.
Yeah.
But have fun.
Have fun with that girl.
Just
Have fun.
know that literally a few months ago, that was me.
I chose to not
I
be
chose
her.
to not be like you. So
So-
I'll be with Aaron. And you two kids have fun.
Yeah, we hung out with these guys. They were nice. We ended up going to the Arlo Hotel after, which we need to go to because they have a pool, and because during the day I think it's like $20 and you can be at the pool all day, and there's like all these lounge chairs, and it's really pretty. I'm sure it's packed out, but we should try to go.
But we can go at on a morning on a Tuesday.
Yeah, exactly.
So
exactly.
That's when we'll go.
Yeah, we should go to the Arlo Hotel.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah,
Because everyone is trying to
and
sell
I'm sure
me
we can
on
figure out a way to
get in there. Yeah.
we'll be fine.
I'll be getting in there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting nervous about my rent being raised in November, but I'm trying to remember that at my last apartment, every year I got the rent down, and I'm trying to remember to harness that power.
Totally.
And that is what I will be doing this November, and
Yeah.
what I'll be doing with you at the Arlo Hotel. Like,
Yeah.
we can. I've been trying to say, like, I've been saying it as a joke, but I think, like, what if I go all in and it's not a joke? I always like jokingly say my mantra is like, I always get what I want, but I like say it as like a joke. Like at work, I'll tell Brian, like, I'm doing this and I don't care if I get in trouble with Blair. Right. And then I'll do it and Blair will love it. And I'll turn to Brian and be like, I always get what I want. And then we laugh, but I'm like, maybe I should make that like really go delusional and like get my rent lowered, get into the Arlo for free, like really go with that mindset for a while.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be my new mantra.
Cool.
I always get what I want.
She always gets what she wants. I don't think I can have that mantra right now, but I want to.
I think you need it
Okay.
because
All
you have
right.
to say it. And
After
that's
last
the new,
night and kind of my current situation, I really don't think I'm getting what I want. But
so that's why you need to start saying
I
that
always
something
say
was
what I
wrong
want.
last night because I normally always get what I want. So I don't know why I didn't get it last night.
last night was a weird blip.
But I'm back on track today. I'm back on track to getting what I want today.
Getting what I want today. Yeah. It's just one of those things. You go to these events and you're just like, wow.
When I was single, I never even thought to go to a singles event.
I know. Hannah, your singles experience is it sounds so fun. Mine is awful.
It was not that fun. It was like, I used to go
Yeah.
on 3 dates a week because like literally like nobody would date me for so long. Like all of college, I was just trying to get like one guy to like say the word girlfriend, and like they would not do it.
Girlfriend.
And I was like, just like accidentally call me it. Like, please God. So then I was like, fine, I guess I need to go on 3 dates a week, every week. And just really, I like had convinced myself like I was not being optimistic and I was not working hard enough. And like, if you want something, you have to really try. And so I went on 3 dates a week, every week, and I would get drunk at them and I would have sex with them unprotected. And then nobody, and still not one of them dated me. The real fun dating, I would say, was like the year-ish leading up to me meeting Wolf. I had made an executive decision that I'm not using the apps and I am not trying to date. And it was like a year where I dated multiple men that I met in real life, all while I was performing stand-up, that weren't all comics. Like a lot of them were just like people at the show. And that was when things were fun. And those guys still wouldn't date me. And I was like, that's like, these are now nice guys. I'm meeting them in the real world. We're having these great experiences and they still will not just like say the word girlfriend. They were like, we're seeing each other, but we're also open. And I'm like, come on. Like, why don't you just tell me? Just let's lie to each other. Like, say to me I'm your girlfriend and then go do whatever you need to do. Like, come on.
And then come back and we'll have unprotected
like it
sex.
was like my bar was so low. I just for the longest time I was like, I just need one man to call me his girlfriend, not someone he's starting to see like girlfriend. But then I met Wolf and that was great.
Yeah.
And he immediately was like, I really want you to be my girlfriend. And I was like, I don't know. I'm not sold on that. Well, it's kind of like you want something for so long, then you get it, and you have to be like, really make sure it's okay.
Yeah.
It's real. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm still vetting Wolf for that.
Well, yeah. It's these events are really
I think it would have been fun if we were single at the same time.
totally. Totally. I would have loved to have you at the event last night, and you definitely could have come even though you had a partner, but it would have been, it's hard. It's a hard night.
You know me, I feel like now I've gotten to a stage where like I don't like chatting for long times with new people if we don't immediately click.
Yeah.
But when I was dating, it's like, okay, well, I really want to have a boyfriend, so I have to do this. It's part of the job. Now I'm like, an event where it's like, I'm not even going to date somebody here and I have to talk to all these strangers all night. That would have.
It's a lot.
That would have put me out.
I convinced 2 people to vote in November for the mayor.
You meant for Love Island?
No.
That's amazing.
I educated 2 different people about Zoran. Good. So that felt good. And I got...
That's literally what Erin's doing about Costco. Everyone's pushing their agendas.
That's the thing. It's like you go to these events and it's like after when you come to realize that you're not attracted to anyone there, right? And then it's just kind of like you're just like, all right, well, what can I get done here? I mean, I paid for this, and I'm like, I might as well just do some canvassing work at this point.
Yeah, that's really nice. Yeah. You should tell him that.
I mean, yeah. The one thing they asked me, one of the guys that I went out with after, because we went and continued to have drinks, and then I'm actually really proud of myself because I realized like midway through he was really laying it on me after, and I was just like, we're not having a good conversation. We're not, this is not interesting. And if I hook up with you right now, we're never going to talk again because I literally am so bored to tears talking to you and I need to let this go. And so instead of having a whole night and a crazy morning and whatever, I just looked over at Katie, who was my friend who came with me, and I was like, let's go. And he was like, did I say something? What happened? He was like freaking out, and he texted me this morning, and I'm just like, no, it's just, every single thing that I was trying so hard, I was like trying to pull conversation from him. And he was kind of doing what you were doing in the improv class. I was trying to get... He
was like, I'm going in this direction. If you're not coming with me, I don't want to hear what you have to say.
I'd be like, we'd talk about like different cities, and he found out that I was moving, or not moving.
I was like, what?
I'm not moving. That I'm going to Berlin, and he would tell me like, oh, like, yeah, it's really amazing. The club scene there is really cool. And I'd be like, yeah, well, I don't really know. I might do like one night of clubbing, but for the most part, I'm there to like, go to museums and walk around and meet new people and whatever, and just kind of explore. And he was like, yeah, the clubs are just like really crazy. And it's just like, I kept being like, yeah, like, no,
I'm
that
not
does
going
sound
to
fun.
the club.
And he's like, what kind of drugs do you do? And I'm just like, so I'm sober. And then he's like, cool. At the club in Berlin, I tried ketamine for the first time. And it's just like, honey,
he left the house, and why did he tell someone about the time he did ketamine at the club in Berlin? And like, unfortunately, he somehow got there with you, so it's like you're gonna have to hear the story.
And he just kept going back, and then he'd be like, so do you think you're gonna live in New York forever? And I was like, honestly, kind of. Yeah, I really love it here, and like I have a really great community, and I would love to travel a lot in my life, but I want to have my home base be New York. And he's like, yeah. I was like, how about you? He's like, well, I really like Berlin. The club scene there is really good.
He wants to live in club in Berlin.
I was like, are you kidding?
You're like, I get it. I got it.
I was like, is the club scene good in Berlin?
Like, can you tell me one more time? Katie,
time?
You should ask this guy about the club scene in Berlin. It seems to be all he knows how to talk about.
Oh my God, it was so boring. And then it's just like, and he's like, have you ever been to Denver? And I'm like, I really got to go. I got to get the fuck out of here.
I can't go like state by state with you.
That's what he started doing. He was like, what if you moved to New Orleans? Would you move to New Orleans? How about DC? How about Denver? I was like,
does he have a place he wants to move? Like, what is the interrogation?
I just told you I want to live in New York. I don't want to move anywhere else in America. There's no other city other than New York that I want to live in America. I'm sorry. Like, and I know that that's elitist and East Coast and whatever, but that's what we are.
Yeah.
New Yorker of the week forever. And I don't want to move to New Orleans.
Yeah. I had a really bad time in New Orleans.
Exactly. That's why I'm not going there.
Yeah.
You know? It's like, fuck that. Well, do I want to travel? Yes. Will I go to Berlin? Yes. But it's just...
he's singing his one song, which is about the club scene in Berlin.
God, it is so boring. I'm like tired thinking about it.
I hope he finds like someone who really is curious about the club scene in Berlin. Like, I feel like there's like a girl out there who like just wants to talk about the club scene in Berlin.
It's so.
And she's gonna say to like he's gonna meet a girl one day who's gonna ask a question, and he's gonna like light up.
He's gonna be like, "Let me tell you a story."
Like
about
when
this
when you've been saying to someone over and over again what you want in a person, and then you meet them, and you're kind of like, "Oh my god, wait, it's happening!" Like he's gonna have that moment.
Yeah, I hope he does. I mean, I just don't. Yeah, and then I asked him when his last relationship was. He said, "Oh, it was in the pandemic," and he was like, "No, it like literally was for the pandemic. Like we started as soon as the pandemic started, and then we ended as soon as that was done." And I was like trying to get something out of it. I was like, "Oh, like." It's really intense. Like, what happened? He was like, I just need someone to kind of hang out with.
That's fair.
And I was like, okay, like, where is she now? He's like, I don't know.
Okay.
And then I was like,
did she know what she signed up for?
I was like, what'd you guys do? Like what'd you do every day? Like, what did you like? And I was expecting him to like be like, yeah, we like talked through life or whatever. You know, it was something. We kind of watched movies and hung out. I was like,
for 3 years.
I was like, okay, like, you're not giving me. It's like pulling teeth.
Yeah, but it's then when you want to leave, he's like, I have no idea what could have happened.
He's like, what?
He's like, I'm being ambushed. Men are so special.
We looked out on because there's a nice roof when we go. You'll see there's a nice view of the city. I was like, wow, it is really pretty. He's like, just as pretty as you.
Aww.
I was like, thanks.
That's
and then
sweet.
I know. And then I was like, he's like, you're really pretty. And I was like, thank you. And then he just sat there and he was like, so would you ever move to Denver?
I kind of like him. He's growing on me now too. You should never tell me a full wacky story because like I'm gonna end up on their side, you know.
I would have killed to have you there.
I would have been really interested. I actually never thought about moving to Denver.
Have you ever thought about moving to Denver?
Like, has he been there?
He's like been there once.
Okay.
I don't know. He's also only been to Berlin once. It was a lot.
Oh my god!
It was a one time.
Maybe he was trying to get you to invite him to Berlin.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. No, I mean he was very cute, and I was really, really trying. But the thing with being sober, that is a gift and a curse, is that if it's boring, it's boring.
Yeah,
and you gotta go.
There's no way out of it.
There's no way out. You can't liquor yourself up.
Yeah.
And he even said, "Oh yeah, I was sober for 6 months." But then I was feeling really depressed, so I started drinking, and it made me feel happier. And I was like, "All right," and that's a wrap, honey.
You're like, we're really different.
We're really on a different page.
6 months made you sad, so you took a depressant.
It's just like, yeah.
Well, I'm glad his medication's working. He was feeling sad. He's drinking. He feels better.
Yeah, that's literally what he
like
said.
If it's working, sometimes it's like I feel like we all are trying to push our lifestyle on people. And it's like, if it works for them, like if all he wants to do is talk about clubbing in Berlin and he needs to drink to be happy, then it's kind of like, who am I? Who am I to judge? Who am I to judge?
He's happy. Whatever.
He's happy.
All right. Well, should we talk about our guest or should we talk about them when they're here?
We can do either or. I mean, because it's going to be this with just one more person very soon.
I'm really excited about our guest. I think it'll be a
really fun interview.
Yeah, it'll be really, excited. Really fun.
He texted that.
He's on a bus.
2 texts from Kevin.
Okay.
Do you have this game?
Okay.
And it's a board game.
Okay.
Speaking my language.
Critter
says I'm running a few minutes behind, fighting a head and earache.
Oh, fun. Okay.
Say no worries.
No worries, baby.
No worries. We will see you soon.
Okay. All right. Well, we're at about, it's like 25 minutes, so I think we're good.
All right.
We're good to go.
Will be back in a moment.
We'll be back in a
New
moment.
Yorker of the week.
Love you guys.
Yeah, our guest is here.
Our guest has arrived.
We were kind of being a little secretive about you in our intro.
Yeah, we were. Yeah.
We were like, should we introduce our guest or wait until they're here? And then I was like, I got a text from Critter. And then I was like reading the text.
Sort of the reveal of the century.
This is a big deal for a lot.
Don't believe it or not.
because we've really come full circle, and I think we've all elevated our lives. Maybe not me, but everyone else
you have.
No, you have.
No, but I'm just saying, like, we started at a mic, and now here we are. And Critter, who is our lovely, lovely guest today, has his own business.
Yeah.
And we're here, and you and I have our own business, and
Critter's
here we
sitting
are
in
as at a business meeting.
This
one
is
might
a
call
business
it.
meeting.
this is a business meeting.
A meeting of the minds.
Talking about our successes.
We're literally sitting and talking about our businesses.
And if you would rewind maybe 2 years ago, we were sitting at a mic, maybe thinking about these successes.
Yeah.
We were
So
sitting outside of a bar, like ripping cigs.
and now we're ripping vapes inside. Or
Inside.
one vape, sorry.
We've gone full picture, full
that's-
circle.
So it's like a wheel.
It's a
And
whole
we're
wheel.
at the
No, because if you had told the three of us when we first met that we would be sitting here and then we gave each other an intro of what our lives are like right now, we'd be like, no way.
yeah.
I would have been like, that's a little unbelievable.
would
But-
But I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
But I'm not surprised.
So,
So-
our New Yorker of the week is Critter. And the business, which we're going to see in action in my closet today.
Thank God
is
it's not mine.
Closets by Critter. But
Closet.
Closet.
Singular, because I did
Just
think that
one.
was funnier.
Closet.
So that's the reason.
That, yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
the whole
Closet
reason.
by Critter,
Well,
which
because-
already worked in Nora's closet.
That is true. You were an early investor
Yes.
in the process.
And we need to do maybe a reset because my closet, I
we
mean,
can check back in.
Our journey was interesting because from what happened was I lost 80 pounds. I
Total.
think I lost like 60, but I always say 80 because you lost 80 and I just want to be on the same
I was going
page.
to say, I didn't realize we lost the same amount of
No,
weight.
I always just say 80 because of you, but I think it was 60. I still have more to lose.
Like,
Anyways,
whatever.
but anyways, I had all these clothes specifically from Eileen
I was like, don't even say it.
Fisher
Eileen Fisher.
and Old Navy, which
Which is
still
actually fine.
favorite designer still.
You can't say that.
Yeah, and Critter came over as part of my breast reduction gift. I felt like it was a nice gift for a breast
Yeah.
reduction because you were like, I can't cook, I can't be at the hospital, but
No.
like I'll come redo your closet.
This is like the only way I can support
And it's
women.
nice.
It
It's
was
like
nice.
people show up how they can in
and
times
it
like
really
that.
helps because I needed to get rid of all my clothes for my big boobs and my big
for
body.
huge tits that we had to adjust.
We left with new clothes.
Yes, we did the full closet edit and then we went shopping. I actually had a great time at that Old Navy.
That was really, really amazing.
when I watched you open an Old Navy credit card and I was like, this could be really damaging.
Did you know you can use those anywhere?
I
Yeah.
unfortunately do know that.
I didn't know that until I saw Nora pull it out at CVS. And that's
You
when
can
I
use it
learned.
wherever. We're all
you
major
know-
credit cards accepted.
Yeah.
That's so insane to me.
Yeah.
That's why it's even thank the gods truly that I did not get approved for it. Like it would have been so dangerous if I knew that.
No, it kind of like messed up my life for a few years there. So.
and it's actively messing up mine.
The Old Navy credit card, it gives and it takes.
It really, because you go all out and then in a couple months you're like, oh, I did that.
Yeah.
And there's a payment that was made because I have automatic payments on. So boy, do I forget about that card.
For
Yeah.
sure.
Critter, can you explain what you do?
Yes.
Yeah, what's the closet
What
edit?
what is a closet as edit? Who are you? Why are you able to do this?
So, okay, so I'll
I mean,
answer.
we know.
Well, no,
We
I know
know.
you
We
know.
know.
That's why
We've
you
talked
did
about
Nora's
it
and
at
you'll do
length.
mine.
Yeah.
So I'm Critter. I have been doing this for a little over 5 years now. I started like officially doing it right before the pandemic, and that was the first time I started my closet organizing business. It was called The Clothing Detailers, which is a terrible name. And then the pandemic happened, and I just kind of lost steam. And then I moved to New York City, and I was like, I'll do closets eventually. And it was always just this thing that I knew I wanted to do because I was really passionate about closets, which is kind of random, but I do think it's the most intimate way to get to know someone. And I think it's a really fun process that I've spent a lot of time in the closet in sort of the gay way,
In the gay
which I
way.
think is a fun thing to say.
I like that.
But then I also have just spent a lot of time analyzing my own closet and my own clothes. And my goal with my closet is to wear everything that I own. Nothing is too precious to like not wear on just like a day-to-day basis in my world. And I've always been very, very good at editing things when I don't wear something, when something's just not working. Like that process has always just come like second nature to me. And so that was kind of like the birthplace of me wanting to do closets in general. And yeah, it's just kind of grown. And then in the last 6 months, I moved back home to my parents' house, took a breather from New York, with the main goal of resetting and figuring out what I wanted to do with my life. And yeah, so I was like, let me set the intention. Like, I'm coming back and I'm doing closets in like a really major way.
And people know, like, we know that you're a fashion icon, but what's your fashion background that would make you specifically the best person to do a closet?
Okay, so I've been in retail forever. So kind of like the other side of the coin, where I've always been selling things and trying to get people to add things to their closet. So now this is kind of the other side of that, where I know how to sell people on things, but how can I help people actually utilize the things they've spent money on is the primary goal. But yeah, I've worked all over. I've worked for a ton of different designer brands. My first job in New York City was at Buffalo Exchange, which is where I actually learned so much. I was only there for 6 months because it is a really scary place to work, but I learned so much.
Were you part of the team that decides who, like, were you buying the clothes back?
I was a buyer. Yeah, I was a buyer.
Oh my god!
And I was really mean.
You've like made and broke some people's day.
Ruined some people's days in a way that I found to be so fun. Because so many people come in with like garbage bags of terrible clothing and are shocked.
That's been me.
Yeah,
that's been me. I'm like, this is nothing but fantastic clothes, and that's why I don't want it.
Yeah. And they're all, and that's why I'm getting rid of all of this.
And they'll probably give me like $100.
All of these like stained T-shirts. Like, I'm sure they're gonna give me $100, but you have to remember, like, one, there's like very strict guidelines that the company sets that you have to follow.
Are they different per different secondhand shop, or are they pretty much all the same?
It's like, it comes from the same place. It comes from
like
what's trendy and what's selling.
What would you recommend to people if they were to like clean out their closet? Obviously, they wouldn't be doing that without you. But
right,
I'm just
no,
saying,
they should
like,
always do it with a trained professional.
Please don't do it without Critter.
Don't do it
Dare
without supervision.
try.
It can get really upsetting.
Good luck.
But no, when you're reselling clothing, you have to remember, is it in good condition? Is this actually something that someone would pay money to buy in a secondhand store? Like, think of yourself as a shopper. Like, what are you looking for in a secondhand store? Something decently high quality, no stains, no rips, like all of that stuff is important when you're selling, but then also just the relevancy of the item itself. So skinny jeans from 10 years ago, like, no mama, they're not going to buy those. Nobody wants them because nobody's buying them. So you have to just think about trends and what do you see people wearing. That is how I come to a lot of my fashion decisions, is just by like collecting real-time data out on the streets and just literally what are people wearing. If I see someone with like an incredible outfit, I'll try to think of what I own and how I can recreate it in my own way. And that's how I've always followed trends. Like, I don't really follow a lot of influencers or like fashion pages like that. Like, I really just go and like, what are the people wearing? Like, what do I think would do well on these sidewalks?
What's the worst thing that someone brought in?
The worst thing? I mean,
like, or like the scariest thing, like a blood-stained shirt or something.
That was happening like all the time.
Were people like fight you when you said no, or does everyone just accept it?
No, oh my god, no, people.
Because I was always afraid of the buyers. Like, I'm like, they know better than me. Like,
well, first of all, like, no, they don't. Like, they're all like underpaid 20-year-olds. So like, you have to remember that. Also.
That actually
like,
really
you have
helps.
to arm yourself with that knowledge. And like, if you go to like a different store, if there's a different buyer working that day, like, you could have a radically different experience because it is all opinion based. Like, there are guidelines, there are still like general knowledges that you have to use in that job, but it's still just kind of like, am I in a good mood today, or like, am I feeling kind of crazy?
That's hard to hear.
So, but for the most part, like, you can generally expect, like, if it's a designer brand, if it's something like worth a little bit of money, like, they'll probably take it.
But not Eileen Fisher.
Not Eileen Fisher.
No one wants.
They've never wanted all my Target tube tops. They're never interested in
well,
those.
because you also have to think of original retail. Like, a Target tube top is what, like $15?
Eileen Fisher isn't cheap.
I know, but you have to remember
who is that?
The relevancy.
There was a period in my life where I could only shop at stores for maybe an older woman. Kind of
a
like
mature crowd.
Like a,
but you have to remember,
like a big linen.
I had a loft period.
Oh, me too.
I had a big
Oh,
loft.
yeah.
When I was, before I lost weight and I was in the corporate world, I was, and I
I'd
won't
go back.
lie. I think Loft has some really good pieces.
I'd go back
Would you
anytime.
recommend?
Yeah, I mean, I don't necessarily recommend Loft because I do think their quality has dropped quite a bit in recent
Good to
years, which is
know.
true for most brands. But what I was going to say about Eileen Fisher is you have to remember the person who's shopping Eileen Fisher is probably not shopping for it at Buffalo Exchange.
That's
They're shopping
true.
for it at Eileen Fisher because they have good sales and like that customer is
Yeah,
just
you don't need to like secondhand.
yeah, you
Eileen
like
Fisher.
ultimately, yeah. So that's why
Yeah.
that is like maybe not like the best brand
Okay,
to
that's
resell.
Good feedback. That's good
So-
feedback.
I know. Well,
yeah.
any Eileen Fisher shoppers out there being like, I really wish I had that outfit. I wish I could buy it. Come over.
You could probably
Nora
do
has it.
Poshmark. Poshmark is kind of that audience. Like,
So what's the
Poshmark
difference?
is so like you have to do it all the work yourself.
well, yes, but
like
you're getting
Buffalo
more of the money.
Exchange does it for you.
Well, and that's why you get paid so little at Buffalo Exchange because one, you're getting paid up front for all your shit,
Right.
And then they have to do the work of selling it. So that's why they they give you like 25% of the selling price, whereas like Poshmark, Depop, eBay, sort of like the big three.
have an eBay
you do have to do a lot of the work, and it is a lot of work.
I
Like,
tried
Yeah.
to sell all my prom dresses on Poshmark, and that like
I
almost broke
brag
me.
all
Yeah.
my prom dresses. How
Yeah,
many
we went
times
to a
did
lot
you-
of
I
proms.
went to prom every year.
it's amazing.
Some of us had to ask their date senior year.
I was gay guy in small town. I was going to prom all the time.
Okay.
But boy prom, you like rent your suit, or I was always renting a suit.
Yeah, there's no
so, like,
dress
there's
rental.
no evidence. Yeah,
My family had like literally like no money, and I was like, I don't know how you guys are gonna do it, but I'm getting a new dress this year. And they're
Yeah.
like, you're just not getting it from us. But prom kind of ran the household.
What are like, if someone's going to their closet or you're going to someone's closet, what's like the first thing you're assessing?
Yeah,
What's,
like what are you gonna look for today?
So I always start every session with a closet tour, as I call it. So I have the person whose closet is, and I'm literally just like, guide me through where everything is. Show me how you store things, like where are your tank tops, where's your underwear, like where do you put your pants, and that's radically different for every person, which I think is so fascinating to see, like the way, like just if someone hangs their pants versus like keeps them in a drawer versus like do they hang their sweaters or like keep them like neatly stacked, do they shove things, do they like put a ton of different garments on one hanger. There's so much nuance in the way that people store their clothing, and it's so funny talking to different people about it because I think other people don't think about this.
Yeah.
I'm like constantly thinking about it. Like, what kind of like organizer are you in your closet?
I'm thinking about how I couldn't tell you one of my friends what their closets look like. And
Right, yeah.
like
'Cause
that's
it's such
crazy.
an
Like I don't
intimate
really,
thing.
I don't know where you keep your pants.
You know where I keep my sweaters though.
You keep those in the closet.
Yeah, in the closet up on the top where I can't reach them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's beautiful. You
Okay.
should never hang your knits. You'll stretch them out.
Oh my
so that's-
God. You'll see my knits are hung.
Oh, that's upsetting to hear.
Well, unhung.
So we'll work
Well,
through that.
unhang.
We're
Rip
gonna
those
We'll
out.
pull those down
We'll figure that
today.
out. We'll figure that out. I don't even. What was the original question?
Just
What
like
do you do when you get in there?
Oh,
What are you looking for?
Okay. So that just assessing the situation.
Yeah.
And then during that process is when I'll ask people like, okay, what are we trying? Are we trying to get rid of half the things? Did you recently like lose a lot of weight? Like, did you
get a boob job.
like? Did you get a new job? Are you trying to like style? manifesting, mama. But like just really trying to see like what do you actually need from your closet
Yeah.
and what is it not offering you currently.
Yeah.
And you kind of just have to do that by, it's like different for every person. Like you just kind of go through every item and talk about it. And then once I start editing, I use everything I've learned thus far and that we've talked about in terms of like what is the goal of this closet clean out, using that information in a way where I can help that person achieve the goal.
And then tell them what you do in the end, which I didn't learn until I visited you.
Wait, what do I do in the end?
That you're gonna take pieces and sell them and
Oh,
give
yeah,
them
yeah.
money.
Absolutely.
I didn't know this.
Yeah. So yeah. I don't do it for everyone.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna give you a couple of dresses.
Yeah.
in
No, I'm
mine.
just gonna take some things, but because I was.
Hannah's passing you all those Target tube
Yeah.
tops.
No, like,
Like,
all
bitch,
my,
I'm not
all
reselling
my,
this.
I have a lot of like leather, like nice dresses that I just know I'm not gonna wear.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, maybe Critter will sell this.
In the future, I do hope I'm not doing this full time. It's just like a side hustle right now. But in the future, the goal is to clean out closets, have a storefront, be able to resell in that way. But right now I'm just kind of doing it. I'm doing some pop-up markets. I'm selling online.
Yeah.
Check out my Depop. It's awesome. Actually, I need to upload so many things to it. So
See all the work of
Yeah.
Depop.
What do
I
you
know, it's
do? You
so
like
much effort.
Depop or is it Depop or
Depop.
Depop.
Depop or Poshmark or eBay? Who would you choose? Who kill fuck marry?
Wait, I feel like it's fuck, marry, kill.
That's what I was gonna say.
Okay, fuck marry kill.
Nah, that was like all I could think
the
about.
last time you did that with the Connet, I thought, oh, maybe I have it wrong, but no,
Kill
I think
fuck marry.
I think it's fuck, marry, kill.
I
It's
don't
definitely
know.
fuck, marry, kill.
All right, however you
sounds
want to
so
go
much
about
better.
your business.
Fuck Depop, marry eBay, kill Poshmark.
Wow.
Yeah.
Why?
Rest in peace.
Depop I use the most, but she is like, I can't say anything I was just about to say. I was like, you just get in there and fuck her. Like that sounds really
Really?
crazy. But no, like it is like you're getting the job like done.
Really?
It's for trending styles. It's a younger audience. It is
Maybe not for me then.
You can kind of price things obscenely and it's hilarious what people
you.
will spend money
Okay, that's for me.
on. But then it's also crazy like I'll list something for like $100 that cost maybe $300 and then someone offers you like $20 and it's like, wait,
I
we're
already
not
gave
living
you
in the same
discount.
reality. Yeah, like this is not what this is. But yeah, Depop is like a much younger, very trendy audience. eBay is just like is the gold standard.
Yeah.
So there you can get more specific, especially with vintage fashion, and you can like really put a lot in the listing, and people really are like searching for those keywords. Poshmark, I just hate the interface. It's to me, it's a very like Midwestern woman's secret weapon.
That's a good way to describe it.
So
Wow.
that's where I saw like work blouses for people,
Interesting.
but for like $8, and like someone has to yell at you, and then you can sell it for $8.
then you can have
It's
it.
like so upsetting. So that's why I
Wow.
would kill that one. I really don't use it a lot. I don't think it's the best option for like a New York audience.
Okay.
Or just like what I'm selling.
Yeah.
Like I'm selling like a lot of like Abercrombie and Fitch skirts that have like never been worn from like random girls.
Yeah.
They're flying off the shelves on Depop.
Wow.
But like the vintage stuff, I'll either sell it in person or on eBay because they are just like the gold standard.
Really? I didn't realize. I thought eBay was kind of like.
Yeah, I thought it had a sketchy vibe.
Yeah, but apparently everyone's still on it.
eBay's awesome.
eBay
Yeah.
has a bad reputation, I think.
Wait, does it?
Maybe we're
Who's saying
mixing
that?
it up with
I think maybe
Craigslist.
I think we are.
I think that's where we are.
Now that you
Guys,
say
those are like violently
Craigslist,
different.
I was like, weren't people getting killed on eBay? But
No,
no, that
no,
was
no,
on
no.
Craigslist.
They were getting
No.
killed on
Oh
Craigslist.
my God, I'm so sorry, eBay.
No, sorry, eBay. And I just opened up an eBay store. You don't even want to go on it, but
Well, and
And I
eBay's
bought
different because you
stuff
can
from
sell
eBay, and it was
everything
really
on
easy.
eBay. But like the
Yeah.
vintage clothing department on eBay is awesome.
wow. Okay.
I feel like you can price really fairly. You can.
The more you
I don't
know,
know, like
I wouldn't
there's-
even
yeah.
think to look for clothes on eBay.
Oh my god!
But now you're like,
I am
it's the gold standard for the
always
vintage
looking-
clothes.
Yes, I got my amazing fry boots from eBay. I
Wow.
got a couple of like incredible like vintage like disco shirts. I love this brand called Nick Nick, and he just does like really crazy
Nick Nick.
disco like crazy pattern shirts.
Yeah.
And I got them for like so cheap on there.
Wait, that's amazing.
But yeah, if it's like vintage stuff that has a story and that adds value to it, like I would list it on eBay.
Okay.
Good to know.
And I think we're going to wrap up this portion because we're going to head to
We're gonna go to
Hannah's
my house.
closet.
We're gonna get in my closet.
We're going to get into it. But what would you like? What's one of your mantras of a closet? Like if you don't wear something once, throw it away or something like that. That's a bad mantra. But
If you know, wear something once, throw it away the next day.
Yeah, like if like how many I don't
people have like those
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
sayings that like the closet
like if
organizers,
you don't
the
have 6 white
fashionista-
turtlenecks, like go kill yourself.
Yeah,
Like,
that
that's
classic-
the thing.
that
And I'm
classic old
literally
saying.
always saying that.
Yeah, I'm literally always saying that.
I don't know if I have like a true mantra because I think my thing is it's not a one size fits all. Like it is so specific to that person, and I really take that person's lead, and I just try to use my knowledge to guide them through the process.
Are you gonna be
But-
like strict today? Like if I'm trying to hang on to something and you're like, Hannah, like are you-
Well, yeah, okay. I'll be a little strict with you because we're friends, and like
Okay.
I actually
Okay.
know like what
I think
you
I
wear.
need- I think
and
I need that.
Some people do need like a little bit more of a push, but some people are just like, I don't know, I'm trying to look more professional on a day-to-day basis. How do I do that?
Right.
And that I
Right.
can accomplish.
Okay.
Or if you're just like, I need to get rid of half of my clothes because I'm moving in with someone.
Yeah.
Like a partner, like where I'm just like moving to a new place. I have to get rid of half my stuff. Then I can be very strict of like, okay, this is something you've only worn once in the last year. Like it's got to go, sister.
Okay.
But then I always allow space for those conversations about like trickier pieces that are sentimental, that are just hard to get rid of for like whatever reason. I'm not like a firm believer that you have to get rid of everything all at once. I actually think that's often a bad idea.
Like the Rocks the Jersey Queen t-shirt you'll see in my closet that Nora gave me.
You're gonna get rid of it?
No, that's like he'll understand. Like it's a sentimental
like,
piece.
It's
like,
like,
it might not be part
necessary.
of your wardrobe, but when you have a Jersey Queen original merch t-shirt,
like, you're gonna keep
that will
forever.
make the cut.
And the process
wait.
of buying that was interesting.
I do have like a mantra.
Yes.
That's related to everything I just said.
Okay.
So as we're getting rid of things, if there's something where it's like, I have this black tube top. I love it. I wear it all the time, but it's like it's like been through the ringer. I really need to replace it. Like I should just get rid of it now. I always tell people, hold on to it and like use it as a placeholder until we find the better version. And don't get rid of stuff too quickly, because then that's when you start buying just random shit to like fill in a gap, especially wardrobe staples. So like black jeans, plain t-shirts, a plain sweater, like things like that, like that can just really complete an outfit. I always say like hang on to it until you find the better version, and then do like a 1-for-1 swap.
No, it's so true. I'm quick to do a clean out of stuff just because I'm like, I don't wear anything, I get rid of it. And then I find myself not actually going to buy stuff and then feeling like I have nothing to wear because I keep getting rid of stuff.
And you start just getting like really random stuff that is not the vibe.
Not the vibe, doesn't fit right. I don't love it.
Yeah.
And it was in a panic.
Yeah.
I think one last New York specific question.
Oh, totally.
Where in New York should people buy clothes?
Great
or sell
question.
clothes, or both?
So
what are your recommendations?
If you are selling clothes with the intention of like, I just need to get rid of stuff, I want to just sell it, get money back today, I would recommend Buffalo Exchange in Borum Hill.
Okay.
Bestie runs the place. It's incredible. Shout out Allie. She's incredible. So like we'll always recommend them. But they do give you the lowest percentage. They give you 25% cash versus Crossroads, Beacons, or OPC. They all give you 30%. So of those other three, I would say OPC.
Where is that?
Other people's clothes. They have 3 locations, Williamsburg, Bushwick, and Ridgewood.
Okay.
I feel like selling at the Bushwick or the Williamsburg one is the best option because they have large spaces that they need to fill. So they usually take a bit more.
Okay.
But they will price a bit lower.
Okay.
That's kind of my opinion about all 3 of those, is they price a bit lower, even though they do pay out 5% higher than Buffalo.
Okay.
But I've always found Buffalo to price just a little bit higher, which works out in your favor.
Yeah.
So I always say sell at those places. If you're looking for amazing deals on designer stuff, The Real. Cannot say it enough. Cannot recommend not selling on there. Like I've heard so many horror stories from people, from like my luxury retail clients.
Really?
Because they can just price. You have no say in the pricing. They just price it however. It can be discounted super low. They've lost things. They've struggled with authenticity issues. So people have some people have bought fake things on there. I don't think that's actually a major issue anymore. I think they've kind of worked through that.
Yeah.
But if you just want really high quality, gorgeous garments for super cheap, that is the place to buy them.
I used to date a guy who worked there.
Oh, see?
Who worked on the marketing team.
Wow.
Oh, wow. Well, they do have good marketing.
I'll tell him.
So, yeah, let him know.
I'll get the
Is
word
he
across.
single?
But yeah, that...
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's...
I do find...
Siobhan.
Huh?
Wait, what?
Okay, let's
his
talk
name.
about that after.
We'll offline about that.
Okay, yeah.
But I wouldn't recommend shopping at The Real in person. That I do find to be really overwhelming.
Okay.
But just go online. Their app is amazing. You can
I didn't
save
even realize
stuff.
they had an app.
Oh, they so have an app.
Wow.
And it's awesome. I just will like a bunch of stuff and then wait for it to get super cheap and then buy it.
Amazing.
So yeah, that is my recommendation for shopping. If you want to go a little bit more luxury, call me. We can book a private shopping event for you.
Wow.
Which that'll be coming later.
Wow. Okay, where can everyone follow you and hang out with you, etc.?
So my personal Instagram is at FinkYouUp. I think I'm the only Critter Fink on there, so I'm like pretty easy to find. If you want to follow me, I post a lot of nonsense. And then the business account is Closet by Critter. Closet by Critter.com. There you can like read all about the services. Right now I'm offering Closet Revamp, Closet Edit, and Closet Organize. All a little different. Edit and Organize are shorter sessions where we just focus on editing or organizing. Revamp is the whole thing. And Revamp is the one that includes resale.
Wow.
Okay.
The other ones do not because it's too much work. Said with love. But yeah, you can read all about the services. A little bit more about my story is on there. It's like not perfect, not a gorgeous website, but
It's
I made
cute.
it myself at 2 a.m. So like, what do you want from me?
It's really cute.
No, it's good. It's
No,
good.
thanks,
You should be
team.
proud of it.
AI was like a huge part of that. So
As it should be.
it's like
We
Yeah.
joke that AI is like our intern.
Everyone's mad at us about it.
Everyone's
Whatever.
pissed at me, but like, what do you want from me?
What do you
Like,
want from me?
I have a writing degree from Pitt. Like, I obviously like don't know how to do graphic design.
There you go. All right.
Well,
Well,
stay tuned.
stay tuned, 'cause we're
Honestly,
about to
switch
tear it up.
YouTube if you haven't already,
Yeah.
because we're gonna do a little before and after of my closet.
Yeah.
Right
it's going to be
now.
amazing.
Which I feel like, I don't know if I've said anything concrete about what it is that I do. So this will be nice to have some like evidence.
This will
Yeah.
show them exactly what you're gonna
It's,
do.
I will
vibe.
say, as a previous customer, I was very satisfied. All right.
That's very vague.
Like nothing concrete about this.
There's nothing
closet-
concrete. As a previous customer, I was very satisfied.
Yeah, like there was a happy ending. Like
I mean,
there could
she
be.
was-
you
Very
put 2 and 2
satisfied.
together. That's all I'll say.
I'll say
Stay
that.
tuned.
Okay. Stay tuned.
Welcome, welcome. We are at my house, which we're never at my house. We're always at Nora's.
Yes.
And it's time. We're gonna do my closet.
We're gonna get in there.
So Critter's gonna do step 1.
Yeah, so first, Hannah's just going to show me where she keeps everything, how she stores things, and generally which categories we need to reduce.
Okay. Amazing.
So let's
So
get
we
into
have
it.
2 spots, okay? This is my closet.
Okay,
This is part 1 over here of my shoes.
right, part 1.
Unfortunately, this is what part 2 looks like right down here.
Which, yeah, this we need to do some work on.
These are my bags,
Mhm.
but these are kind of like, this is amazing, Nora filming this, but these are all the bags I use like day to
The
day.
primary bags.
These
yeah,
are
yeah.
extra bags.
So maybe we do like a small bag edit as well.
There could definitely be a bag edit. This is all my sweatshirts, and these are something I need to return. These
Okay.
are all my sweatshirts and hoodies. This is all my clothes, and there's no system at all. This is just
Like,
my
they're just in there.
clothes. But then let me show you.
Okay, so we'll definitely be doing a little bit of just organizing by category. I think it's always so good to keep similar things together. A phrase that I love that's actually so stupid is make sure you're comparing apples to apples. So if you have like all your t-shirts together, all of your tank tops, all your like long sleeve work blouses, if you have them all together, it's really easy to assess very quickly where you need more things, where you're like, oh, I actually hate all of these, and it's like a huge chunk of your closet. So we'll do that
And
as
then,
well.
and then if you come in here, oh, you see boyfriend of the pod. Hey. Wolf is here. And oh, it's Stinky. This is dog of the pod. Come here. This is the whole family.
Wow. I
Okay.
have nothing for
Now
you.
this is, you don't even want to see Critter. Critter, you don't even want to see how like Wolf keeps his clothes because like he doesn't even have a dresser. This is just my clothes.
Absolutely.
We
As it
have
should be.
up top is just socks and underwear, but like
Mhm.
it's kind of scary in here. It's a mess.
I tell everyone socks
This
and
is
underwear are like a
bras.
private journey.
It's scary
But
in
like you
there.
should call your socks and underwear at least once a
Okay,
year.
and then this is pants.
Okay, so we'll refold.
This is pajamas.
Total.
Actually, some of that says. This is shirts that for some reason don't get hung up. Like they're
Okay,
like
yeah, no, I get that.
that's just they don't get hung up shirts. And this is like all athletic wear.
Okay.
And some of it's like wacky, like, you know, let's see, I have a lot of stuff from like a different era of me, like this tube top. Is there
sex after death?
You know what I
Oh,
mean?
yeah.
Like that's when I was kind of just
I know,
like
I'd help.
And then also from my time, like when I was like a little Connecticut boater, like this could probably go.
This has to go.
And then I have like, I have like every Halloween costume I've ever. Like, you really should.
Right now.
Don't throw that away.
You can have all this.
Okay.
But I just have, and I have like every bar I've ever worked at. I have like the shirt from that bar.
Okay.
But it's like this. Stinky's pissed. But there's just like, you know, like I bought so many shirts with writing on them. Not only
am I funny, I have nice titties too.
Aw, I love that.
Yeah, maybe
I think I would look awesome in that, actually.
I really like that.
Oh wow, this
so-
is good. Maybe I'm sleeping on my clothes.
Just kidding.
What?
We're gonna fight over this shirt. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
No,
Cameraman's crazy.
I just like didn't know what I thought you were like suggesting what could be written on a shirt. That's what I thought.
Whore. I'm showing a whore shirt in
As
here.
you can see, Critter's being really non-judgmental.
Really not judgmental.
No,
Like,
there's never any judgment.
But yeah, there's like you'll see in my closet, there's a mix of corporate me. There's definitely all my athletic clothing, but there's also like bartender Hanna, like all my shirts I wore as a bartender. Also, I do play a hooker on a podcast. Like I do need to keep some of these like stupid shirts that make my boobs look big.
You need a few little
But then you'll
tops.
see shirts like this, which is when I was trying to like find a way. There was a period of time where I was trying to find a way to dress the way I dressed as a bartender, but like a little more mature. But like I never wear this.
This would be really cute if you were to just wear it, and then if you have like an oversized work shirt, leave it open.
Okay, so
have
there
that
we go.
under, and then some like cute denim. I feel like that's gonna be your vibe.
Oh, we're gonna keep this?
I potentially.
Okay.
I mean, I'm just saying, if we want to make it work, we certainly
Wait until
can.
you see the dresses I'm going to show you.
Okay.
But okay, that's my stuff.
So I think in here, the categories we really need to focus on are tops, pants, maybe do a quick cull of like pajamas, just to do that. I feel like your athletes.
And you don't want to touch the underwear situation.
It's in my policies.
Okay.
Like, don't do that.
Okay.
But you should do it at least once a year, like just while you're in the mindset of just like, okay, this is a little worn out.
That's a lot more than I'm doing it.
Yeah, once a year.
Well, okay. Well, we can do it together, Nora.
I can be present for it because you're my friends.
Okay, good.
But for strangers, I am not going
Nora,
to.
that could be an
I'm so
episode.
sorry.
Yeah.
We clean out.
Yay.
That will get some people.
Yeah, totally.
Okay.
So I think we're gonna
Sell the old ones. Okay, sorry.
We're gonna do tops, pants, and like the at home pajama wear, and then I think we're gonna refold tops and pants, and then we'll do the closet.
Okay.
And then we'll finish with shoes.
Amazing. We'll be back with the finished product. Wow. So this is the end.
This is the end.
We did it.
We did it.
We did it. I didn't do anything.
Nora hung out the whole time, but it was awesome. We
found some key
We found
pieces.
some things that Hanna was getting rid of that we thought we needed in our wardrobes.
What does yours say?
I forget.
Is there sex after death?
Great question.
Am I a slut?
Find out next week. But let's dive in. So we got rid of a ton of stuff. All these empty hangers are things we got rid of. We really focused in on the things that I felt like Hanna actually is going to wear. We got everything into the right category. We have little tops we wanted to hang, some t-shirts, move into like dresses, and then like outer layers, like blazers, some sweaters, and then just some like workout things that are better hung. We really did a great number on the shoes.
This is like
So that we got rid of a ton of shoes that were not serving my dear friend Hanna. And shoes are something that sometimes are harder to get rid of, but they have a great impact when you do get rid of a bunch. Because then you can actually wear some of these ones that you want to wear, and they're easier to find, easier to manage. So I always say, like, edit shoes as much as possible, and try and be really cautious when buying shoes if it's like something you're actually going to wear. We did just like we didn't really get rid of a ton of sweaters, but we just folded them. Got rid of some. We did some good work, focused in just on the easy keeps. So that is just much easier to manage. Plenty of room to grow. Okay, now let's go look at the dresser.
The dresser. And honestly, it didn't really take that much time. Like, you guys were pretty
Efficient.
quick about it. You're efficient.
Well, firstly, this is everything we're getting rid of. So
Wow.
Pretty
That's a lot of
sad.
stuff. For people who aren't aren't watching, there's multiple giant bags here. And Hanna used to move clothes with these bags, and now she's, we're moving them out. We do have Stinky. Hannah's dog is really excited about the closet edit. All right, and now we're gonna look at
some of the drawers we did.
Drawers.
So we got like all the t-shirts, all the tanks, just really nice and organized. I love doing this Marie Kondo style. I'm never too precious with the folding because that just like takes too long, impossible to maintain. But we have everything like in a similar category. So these are like all tanks from like plain to graphic. These are t-shirts from plain to graphic, and then these are all just like workout / Orange Theory tops. And then we have like athleisure, workout bottoms.
This drawer was nuts before.
This drawer was pretty nutso, but we got there in the end.
It really shows like once you organize it too.
Then it's really obvious, like
that you have the clothes. You don't need to go out and buy 100 things.
They are here. Like you have the black skirt, you have denim, you have pants, you have things. Like, are there certain things that I think you could fill in with? Of course. But now you really can see what we're working with. So these are just pants and skirts. And then we also did like a gorgeous organizing on the
Wow. Hanna had a lot of sports t-shirts.
But it's like if you wear them to sleep in and if they have fun memories, like keep them, but just keep them a little more orderly so you really know what you're working with.
Show the massive sell pile.
Then there's a couple items that we're gonna sell. I'm not part of the sell, but
sexy little skims.
If
you want it, it'll be on my Depop.
Yep. And we'll link to that too.
And then this shirt that Hanna was tricked out of vintage store into paying too much money for.
Critter is holding a velvet, for those listening, a velvet shirt. It's very chic. Kind of has a Nicole Kidman look to it. But maybe we should keep it. We don't know.
You said you hated how it fit.
Well, that's literally what I was thinking.
Yeah.
But we'll
you don't like how it fits.
It's magical.
So, no, we're not getting back into this.
All right. So sometimes maybe it's a one-on-one with Critter. Maybe you don't need a friend here because friends will kind of drag you into a different direction, saying that you should keep things that you shouldn't. So,
but you can definitely do this with a trusted friend. But just make sure you're doing it with someone who has your best interest, someone with a little bit of style, someone who's willing to like literally look at every single thing with you, because you do kind of.
That wasn't me.
You really have to just look at everything.
I do think they should hire Critter. Because at the end of the day, I couldn't do this. I mean, look at me.
Just a slut.
I'm just a little slut. For those who are listening, I'm wearing a t-shirt that says slut and rhinestones on it.
Your boobs look really good.
Thank you so much. So
and I feel like my tits look great in this top too.
Yes. Well, we had a great time, Critter. This was amazing.
Yes, thank you guys
Everyone
so much
should
for
hire
having
Critter,
me.
and
hire me.
we'll link to everything below. And enjoy your little closet edit in the future. Bye.
That's it.
Yay!